first step is to select a transparent background so it is easier to separate the layers. There are two to choose from, but I prefer the gray one. Start erasing the background. Fix any rough edges with the brush tool. Right now there may be hidden areas, so you might want to extend the image. You would need to erase any unwanted sections and try your best to color in as accurate as possible. Add another layer on top and create a clipping mask to make this easier. This is optional. Only do this if you want to extend the image a little more. Now merge the layer down and duplicate it again to start creating different sections. Hide the layer underneath and start erasing everything but the head. Now that we have the head on its own, duplicate it and color it all in white as it is the base. Use the eraser to outline what you want to keep. Click on the lasso tool and draw around what you want to keep. Then select Invert Selection Area and finally Clear Layer. This is just an easier way of getting rid of the extra images on the screen without having to erase it manually. Now for the nose, use the exact same method. To separate the eyes, make another spare layer and only keep the eyes and eyebrows. Duplicate the layer again and erase everything under the top eyelid. Since the eyebrow is going to be on its own layer, you can color over it with the same color of the skin. Do the same with the other eye and make sure it is on the same layer. But if you want the eyes to wink or move on its own, make sure it's separate. Do the exact same thing with the bottom eyelid, but erase everything on top. Now for the pupils, just erase everything around. Do the same for the eyebrows. If there is anything extra on the face, make sure it's on its own layer over the others. Make sure to erase the hair from the head layer. Now separate the hair how you prefer. I will be making separate videos on how to animate the eyes, mouth, and hair in more detail, so stay tuned. Let me know which ones you want first. For the neck, add back the original layer and erase the head. Select the special pen tool and click on the fixed pen. Drag it on the same color or pattern as the neck and start drawing over the face to blend it in. Select each layer one by one and export each layer. Moving on to ToonSquid, create a project and make sure the canvas is the size you want it to be. Click on Library and import each layer you saved. Now import it one by one from the library onto the canvas. Now rasterize each layer and delete the hidden ones. What this does is turn the huge box around the layer as small as possible, dedicated to the size of the image on the layer. Now select every layer and drag the timeline to where you want it to end, then click on Extend. We can see that this image is turning around a point. To change this, click on the keyframe button. An anchor point should be revealed. Make sure the timeline is at 0 when you move it, as we don't want to start animating just yet. we can see that nothing is moving with the head. In order to fix this, we need to create a hierarchy. Since we want the head to connect with the body, place the body first. Now connect the head to the body. This transform hierarchy allows the head to move with the body. The layers of the face can move with the head as well. Before you start animating, it is advised to create markers so you can keep track of your other keyframes. Add the keyframes and move the eyelid down on the middle one. Add graphs of your choice, then add the warp effect. This effect makes the animation less stiff. Make sure you use the exact same graphs you used for the position. Do the same with the bottom eyelid to match the top. For the shadow effect, duplicate the top eyelid and color the layer in with black, then lower the opacity. Drag the shadow slightly lower on each keyframe and erase any black that is visible around. examples, I just dragged them randomly and experimented using different graphs. Copy the position keyframes from the top eyelid and paste them to the eyebrows. Feel free to adjust. To animate the mouth, use the warp effect again. Warp effect to slowly move the sweat on his face. This ToonSquid effects update really helped improve my animation. It gives it more of a clean outcome and a smoother finish. Add graphs. If any this is out of place, move the timeline to 0 and drag the image. You can finally animate the head with no worrying since we added the transform hierarchy. Make sure the graphs are exactly the same for position and rotation, otherwise it might move weird. Just to note, when scaling the body, everything will change in size with it. Same goes with rotation, position, and opacity. For the hair, make sure you analyze the head movement. When the head rotates to a certain angle, warp it in the same direction. When the head goes straight up, warp the hair back down. Add graphs. Add rotation to exaggerate the movement. And make sure the position is in the same spot at all times as the hair is falling from that point. Animate the position of the body if needed. The final step for the face is to put all the face layers in a group and drag it into the head option in the hierarchy. Before you drag it, change the group to a symbol and fix the position if needed. camera layer is optional. Make another group and move the body again. Now that everything else is animated, I can start warping the bigger layer of hair as it is easier to lay out the flow of the hair.